Hello, welcome back to my channel for my returning subscribers. If you are new here, please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. I just wanted to bring a video to you to show you my well-loved and used paper trimmer, my Tim Holtz Tonic Mini Guillotine. I'm also using Michael's Recollections 110-pound paper, and I just wanted to show you on this trimmer. I love it. It's smaller, so it's perfect for small sizes of storage. But really, this is how I prep my paper for my die cuts, for sentiments, pretty much everything. So I'll take a 8.5 by 11 paper, and I will cut it in half. So then I have two sheets, again, where you can use the 5 by 7 or make this into smaller sizes, which I am going to show you that. But it's really helpful to use the trimmer for thick paper, and this is a really good use out of it. I also love the grid lines on this trimmer, and it's helpful so that you'll know for your A2 size, your larger size, your 5 by 7, and it has all the measurements on it. So you'll see me go through and cut this up, chop it up, and it gives me a nice clean edge. And this is again by Recollections Michael. This is not my go-to paper, but for backgrounds and quick sentiments and things like that, this is the paper that I use. And it's really helpful to see that I'm lining it up, holding it down, and chopping it up. So great use of paper, and it moves rather quick. I just was showing you how I get a larger pile to use. And I'll also use these when I'm doing watercoloring, as far as like using scrap paper. Again, it was on sale. You can use a coupon at Michael's, so this is helpful. This is not my Nina Solar that I use for my bases in cardstock, but this is definitely one to use. So what you're going to see now is I pulled out my other Fiskar paper trimmer. I love this one as well, but check this out. I'm trying to cut it because I'm trying to cut strips in smaller sizes, lining it up, zip, 1, 2, 3. I'm about to cut it. Check this out. Yeah, didn't work too good. So not good for this paper. So if you're using Recollections by Michael 110 pound, not good for the Fiskars. And I've tried it several times, just not working. So went back to my handy dandy Tim Holtz Tonic. And again, went back to my measuring grid there to start cutting up. And you'll see now how I start to cut up the smaller pieces and lining them up. And as I mentioned, I'm using this for sentiment strips. I'm using it for backgrounds, to cut die cuts where I'm layering. Perhaps I have the word hello and I need several of them cut to make a layered look. Then I'll use this paper. And these are the strips that I'm getting. So again, I'm starting with one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. And you're going to see how I start to double it up now. And I'm just going to get in a routine and keep this going. Now I have the standard A2 size, the 4 1/4 by 5.5. And you'll see I get smaller sizes. And really it's very helpful to use just a lower quality paper. Now this is 110 pounds, so it's thick. It's very, very handy to use if you're going to do layers for die cuts, and if you're using it as a background, if you need to use it when you're gel printing. But I'm showing you how I'm getting several of these. Okay, so if I cut the paper in half, then I cut a strip. Now you can see the piles that I'm accumulating. 3 piles again, from one sheet of paper where I'm cutting it up in half, then I'm cutting a strip off, then I'm cutting it in even a smaller size. So you'll see here how I cut it once, take the larger slice, cut that one in half and line it up. And again, the grid marks, measurements on this paper trimmer is wonderful. Super easy. And I love the little plastic guard there, so you can line up with the edge and cut it up completely nice and clear to see what's going on. So this was just a quick video that I wanted to bring just to show you how you can get several different sizes using this paper trimmer, how you can line it up and use an 8.5 sheet of paper and get different sizes so that you can use it for many different things. And it's really helpful to see that you can get this pile going quickly. Doesn't take long at all. And that way I like to keep this in my stash, and you'll see the pieces that I have there on the side, smaller strips, different things that I'm using these for. So again, it all depends on what your needs are and what you have in your stash. But I like to cut my bases, I like to cut strips for my sentiments, I like to cut pieces where I'm going to use them maybe on a background, and you'll see in a minute here how it's definitely a nice bright white paper. I'm happy with it, but it just didn't cut well in my Fiskars paper trimmer. But that's okay. There's other papers that cut great in that, and I'm not going to get rid of that by any chance. It's just that it didn't cut this paper great. And now you'll see the different sizes of paper that I have here, and it's still chopping it up. Keep it going, because you know what? You'll never run out of different sizes and different needs of things that you'll need for bases and so forth. And so I hope that this is helpful for you to see that sit there and take time. It's relaxing. You can use this for many different things. It's great to have this in your stash right there in front of you. And it's just easy to do this ahead of time. So that way, when you go in to create your cards or whatever paper craft you're doing, you have these right there in front of you. And so when you have these all piled up, you just take what you need, and that's it. And as you can see, the trim is super nice. It's clean cut. And there you go. I did some ink blending, and you can see how this can be put on a background, or you can use it as an offset, or you can just, again, use it for your die cuts. So super helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a comment if you have a question. But this is a nice pile that you can get from your 8.5 sheets of paper to prep them in advance, and using the wonderful mini guillotine by Tim Holtz. I love it. And if you have one, let me know how you like using it. And if that paper worked in your Fiskars, please let me know. Maybe I got a bad batch. Who knows? But I hope you enjoyed the video.